Back with some more KJK VIP Prizepicks MLB player props for you for free on the channel here today, guys. If you are new, going to be breaking it down, giving you guys a free KJK VIP slip, breaking down the process of what goes into my plays. The same process that went into these plays that you're seeing on the screen that had us cash in big just 2 nights ago in the MLB will be going into these picks that I just locked in. We'll be bringing it up on the screen shortly. It's been an insane morning of removals and bumps. As a matter of fact, if you've been in the VIP, already locked in 2 tickets that every single play has been taken off the board on Prizepicks, guys. So if you're new to this and you don't know how this works, Prizepicks, when you're getting good value on props, they will either move the prop up or down, or they'll take it off the board. I just locked in a full 6-pick flex of all picks that have been removed this morning at 8:07 a.m. right here. And then we had a bunch of removals, and Prizepicks kind of froze up this morning, so I made another ticket with some pivots for my VIP members again here. And Ryan McMahon and Jacob Stallings are both off the board now completely. Both of these guys are in Coors Field, Colorado Rockies hitters, in a game environment where they have a massive total here. And both props are posted to the board shortly, and both were removed. So it's been an insane morning of capturing value already. I just locked in another play here that I would be sharing with you shortly for free. You can see the Rockies have a 5.35 implied run total. The over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs is all the way up to like minus 140 on DraftKings on Ryan McMahon and Jacob Stallings. As I said, if I pull these up, you can see none of these are on the board anymore. So that's the value you're getting over in the VIP if you haven't joined already. Like, I would love to give you these plays for free and have you lock them in with me on the channel, but you literally can't get any of these now. They've all been taken off the board, which is what happens when you get good value. This is the same thing that happened on this ticket that I have pulled up here, guys. It was the same exact process. Tariq Skubal was bumped up to 7.0 strikeouts. Ronaldo Lopez was bumped up to 6.0 strikeouts. You can see they ended with 7 and 6, so they cleared their prop by that half line, which happens all the time. And then every single one of those other props was taken off the board. So the same thing just happened this morning. I do have more plays here, though, that I just locked in that I'm going to be sharing with you guys for free here on the channel today. So if you're new, make sure you stick around, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future content that I upload. Check out the YouTube community page if you want to see all of my sweeps. We swept on Underdog Fantasy last night again as well. That's 3 nights in a row on Underdog that we've hit a sweep. The 2 nights before we swept on Prizepicks. So if you haven't hopped in the VIP, would love to have you join. Once again, these plays that I'm going to be bringing up on the screen are actual VIP plays that I'm playing myself that I did lock in. This is the ticket. We'll be breaking it down shortly for you guys here. But I do want to give some quick shout outs here. Eros846 with a nice $108 win with that same play. If you tune into my WNBA video yesterday, had a bunch of members mixing and matching those picks cashing in as well. I already pulled up my own personal ticket, but 500 to 2,947 there. We had BMW Trey with that same 3-pick hitting. Sean Q with 54 into 108. QT Enelez cashing in with 4 picks. Once again, I gave out these 3 WNBA picks for free on the channel yesterday if you tuned into the live stream. 45 and a 450 there. R. Sasser cashing in with those same props. The Aaron Judge hits on the RBI was another prop I was on. Cat Daddy Riley with that same 3-pick on Underdog, $1,032. This man's paying $49.99 a month, which is all you have to pay to join this Discord, and he just made over $1,000 in one night. So shout out to every single one of you guys in the VIP. Bunch of different winners, man. Another $250 winner here in the winner circle. Aceway 11 with another win here. Ed the Fred with a $1,265 win. So I'm going to be breaking down these picks, all that goes into them throughout this video. This is the ticket that I just locked in that I'm sharing for free. And if you want to hop in the VIP and get access to all my tickets as soon as I place them, once again, guys, these apps are getting really good at bumping, removing, moving lines on plays. So that's why I offer the VIP service, so you get notified right away. You can lock in with us before they take all the good value down. These videos are going to be me explaining all that goes into it, so you can see all the detail on the back end of what goes into each and every play before you join my Discord, because I understand if you're making an investment, you want to make sure the person that you're tailing, that you're following, knows what he's talking about. Completely understandable. So I don't think there's a better way to show you that I do know than to give you actual plays that I'm playing, break them down, and then you can see the results for themselves, okay? So here's what we got. This is going to be the breakdown. We got the Jordan Montgomery and Taijuan Walker under 8.5. Combination of strikeouts is going to be our first play on the video today, and we can break down exactly why I like this prop on the Prizepicks board. These combo props are pretty unique on Prizepicks because, I mean, they're not an individual prop, obviously. They're two different players that we're expecting to perform. Both these guys have some pretty low strikeout rates, and this game is going to be a fun one to talk about. This is going to be a big part of our ticket as we move along here because this game has a 9.5 over under 5 implied run total for the Philadelphia Phillies, a 4.41 implied total for the Arizona Diamondbacks. It's going to be in a great hitting environment in Philly, and there are 91 degrees. It's 91 degrees with 9-mile-an-hour winds blowing straight out. So in a game environment with two really good lineups, pitchers that don't strike a lot of guys out in a crazy good hitting environment, this one should be fun. So the first thing that I like to look at in my process, guys, is market data. If you are not familiar with what that is, these apps and sports books, there's betting odds. Essentially, it is a market, like stock market, all the other kind of markets that exist in the world. And we can compare these odds to Prizepicks. In a 5 and 6 pick flex, we're getting minus 119 implied odds. This is a tool that I use to help me with that. It is the Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer, guys. Fantastic tool. If you use my promo code and my link down below, they'll get you 25% off your first month. And what we can do is we can pull in these props. And in real time, I just refreshed it. The odds for this prop to hit actually are going up in real time. We're seeing these markets start to go even more further down towards the under. These odds are calculated combining these two players. So minus 125 on the under on Bovada, minus 122 on BetOnline. What the Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer is doing is it's pulling in the two strikeout props of these two players, putting them into one combined odds and giving us a percentage of these two to hit the under. So in real time, this is actually becoming a better play than when it was when I locked it in, which was anticipated. Once again, you got to attack at the right time on these apps. And we can look at the entire market here. Another tool for my market research is the OddsJam Sportsbook screen. I talk about it all the time in my content. Fantastic tool once again. KJKDFS to get 35% off, right? If we pull up these two guys, we can see Taijuan Walker. Pinnacle's the sharpest sports book in the entire world. They have him all the way up to minus 177 on his under. For those of you that don't know, that means the simplest way that I explain this is if you're new to sports betting, when a price is minus in sports betting, it means it's favorited. So the easiest way that I find to explain this is if you were to log on to Pinnacle, which once again is the smartest sports book in the world, it's known to be the sharpest, smartest sports book, you would have to risk $177 to win $100 to take the under 3.5 strikeouts for Taijuan Walker because they're saying it's so likely that he stays under. And then for Jordan Montgomery, you'd have to risk $168 to win $100. Keep in mind, guys, in a Prizepicks 5 and 6 pick flex, we are getting minus 119 odds on each pick that we put into our slips no matter what. So think of it as, you know, you're just getting a crazy good deal. You're going to a car dealership and you're getting a Lamborghini for the price of a Honda Civic here. Like, I mean, you'd have to go all the way up to 168 on Pinnacle on the under on Montgomery, 177 on the under on Taijuan Walker. And so we do the simple math. We're talking about a combined prop here, right? Jordan Montgomery is extremely favored to stay at under 4.5, so that's going to be 4 strikeouts for him. Taijuan Walker is extremely favored to go under 4.5, so that's going to be under 3.5, so 3 or less strikeouts for him, okay? So, I mean, simple math. They're saying Taijuan Walker is going to get 4 or less. Jordan Montgomery is going to get 4 or less. 4 plus 4 equals 8. That's going to have these two guys end with 8 combined strikeouts tonight. So that's what the Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer is doing here. We got the OddsJam Sportsbook screen telling us these guys are highly likely to stay under. We got the Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer pulling in the data in real time saying these guys are going to stay under. This is a phenomenal prop, and it is the reason I locked in that prop here for play number 1 on this slip. And then we can get into the advanced metrics here, the details, right? All the underlying metrics. I'm looking at all this stuff. Taijuan Walker only has a 15.7% K rate versus lefties, only a 22.4% K rate versus righties. So he has a low strikeout rate. And the same thing can be said here on the Philly side for Jordan, on the Arizona side for Jordan Montgomery. He's only got a 13.7% K rate versus righties and a 22% K rate versus lefties. And then we look at these two lineups on the season, you know, not the highest of strikeouts. The last 30 days, they're striking out even less. The Diamondbacks are. Last 30 days, as far as the Philadelphia Phillies, you can see this is their current season strikeout rates. The last 30 days, their strikeout rates have come way down as well versus left-handed pitching. So the lineups are striking out less. It's a terrible pitching environment. So these guys hopefully get knocked out of this game early, which is going to be the next few picks we'll discuss here. We're expecting these bats to perform very well tonight. Ketel Marte, Christian Walker, Trey Turner, and Bryce Harper. We're taking the over fantasy score for all 4 of these guys. Pulled up that weather here to start the video. Once again, guys, this is a crazy good night tonight for hitting. It is 10-mile-an-hour winds blowing straight out to center, 66 degree dew point, 91 degrees. If you're new to baseball and you don't know, temperature, the hotter it is, the further the ball is going to carry. Obviously, the wind blowing out is going to help the ball carry. It's going to make it very difficult on pitching. As you can see, a plus 15.5% increase in total runs in this game environment over a 32-game sample size, a plus 37.5% percentage increase in home runs, a plus 10.4% percentage increase in earned run average in this exact same game environment over 32 games. So we have a pretty large sample size there. We can certainly break down this matchup. We already discussed these 2 pitchers. Jordan Montgomery on the season has been pretty terrible, especially over the last 30 days. You can see on the season he's been pretty good versus left-handed hitting. That has not been the case over the last 30 days. It's been dreadful. He's really starting to struggle. 182 ISO with a 370 weighted on base average given up on the current season as far as the 2 guys we're targeting. Trey Turner has been on and off the shelf with an injury. But if we look at the last season or the current and last season numbers, you can see Trey Turner, really good, man. 173 isolated power metric, 324 weighted on base average, a 20.4% K rate. He's also got some stolen base upside, which is huge in the Prizepicks fantasy scoring format. For those of you that don't know, the hitter fantasy score is going to break down like this. You get 3 points for every single, 5 for every double, 8 for the triples, 10 for home runs, 2 for runs, 2 for runs batted in, 2 for base on balls, 2 for hit by pitch, and you get 5 for those stolen bases. So the fact that Trey Turner can steal bases as well adds to his fantasy point upside in a major way here for us tonight. And the fact that we're taking these 4 guys in this game, what we want is we want these lineups to be hitting very effectively up and down. A lot of runs to be coming in. These guys to get more opportunities, more guys on base, more at-bats, etc. And the lineup's going to break down with Ketel Marte in the 2 spot, Christian Walker in the 4 spot, Trey Turner in the 2 spot, Bryce Harper in the 3 spot for these lineups, so they're at the top. And then we can go down to the other side here and break down the Arizona side. You can see this is their current and last season numbers. Once again, really good stuff. Christian Walker, a 223 isolated power metric, 352 weighted on base average. He only strikes out 20% of the time. Ketel Marte, you can see a lot of green here. If you don't know what these stats mean, I'll make it simple for you. Green's good. They're very good hitters. So this Arizona lineup's loaded. This Philly lineup's loaded. It's a crazy good hitting environment. Last but not least, we could certainly break down the ballpark metrics, the actual ballpark that they're playing in tonight. It's going to be in Philadelphia. So if you're not familiar, once again, baseball, we talked about the weather and all that stuff, but also all these ballparks have different dimensions. Some are good hitting ballparks. Some are not so good hitting ballparks. Citizens Bank Park, pretty friendly overall. I mean, we're looking at some pretty neutral stuff for right field, the left-handed batters. Pretty neutral stuff here. The home runs, green, great ballpark for home runs. We got 4 guys in our tickets that have displayed some power here. Christian Walker, 223 isolated power metric. Ketel Marte, 191. On the Philly side, Bryce Harper, 224 isolated power metric. Trey Turner. So they're just really good lineups in a really good spot against not very good pitching. And obviously, if we have the under on Jordan Montgomery and Taijuan Walker, the pitchers in this game for strikeouts, we don't want them to be striking out hitters. We want the hitters to be doing good. So we're getting some good correlation here. If they're not striking out hitters, they're letting the ball be hit and play. These guys are going off. It's going to help the under on the strikeouts, and it's going to help the over on our hitter fantasy score props here tonight. So those are going to be the first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 picks in this ticket. It just so happens they're all in the same game here tonight. Explained all the reasoning there. And then our last play is going to be some similar reasoning to the combo strikeout prop we discussed at the top of the video. The Colin Ray and Dylan Cease under 10.5 strikeouts combo. Once again, if we can break down the entire market, the odds, the market data, as I discuss all the time, it'll kind of explain to you what I'm looking at here. We talked about those first two guys being heavily favored on the under on the AutoGym Sportsbook screen. Once again, guys, this is just pulling in sportsbook data for us in real time. Same thing is going to apply here for these two. So first guy we can talk about is going to be Colin Ray. You can see on Pinnacle, sharpest sportsbook in the world, he's massively favored. We also have Circa, which is a sharp sportsbook with a heavy favorite on his under here. Minus 158 juice on the under 3.5, minus 150 juice on the under 3.5 here on these two sports books. Every single data point across the markets favoring his under 3.5 very heavily here. So they're saying essentially he's going to end with 3 strikeouts or less. Prizepicks has already bumped him down to 3 even. So that's going to be 3 strikeouts for him. And then if we pull up Dylan Cease, where his odds are, you can see he's at 6.5 with juice on the over. So they're saying essentially he's going to end with 7 strikeouts. That's how these odds break down. So 7 strikeouts for Dylan Cease, 3 strikeouts for Colin Ray. That's going to be all factored into the Daily Guide Fantasy Optimizer, and they're going to pull that up for us once again. 7 plus 3 guys obviously equals 10. Okay, we got the 3 for Ray. We got the 7 for Cease. That's what the odds are telling us. And that's going to obviously have us hit the under on the 10.5 strikeout combo, which is going to be reflected in the Daily Guide Fantasy Optimizer. We can go ahead and pull in these guys. Just put in Dylan Cease in the optimizer, and this is going to tell us real quick that this is a good prop. Was able to detect this value quickly with it. 52.9% chance on the under. Once again, it's pulling in those odds at every single sports book. They're all favoring the under on this combo prop, which should help us cash in. And last but not least, we can certainly break down the underlying metrics. I'm always checking these, right, guys? Obviously, if we're taking the under on strikeouts, we want lineups that don't strike out a lot. If we pull up these 2 lineups for the Milwaukee Brewers side, you can see current and last season, they really don't strike out, man. Colin Ray only has a 17.9% K rate versus lefties, a 15.2% K rate versus righties. Look at these strikeout rates. Not a single red on my screen here. Like, they're all striking out like under 20%. We can go to the current season numbers. You can see Machado's strikeout rate's been up a little bit. David Peralta's strikeout's been up a little bit on the current season. And then we go to the last 30 days. They're right back down. So this is just a lineup that simply does not strike out, on top of the fact that Colin Ray is a guy that doesn't have a high strikeout rate. We can pull up the other lineup, the Milwaukee Brewers. This is over the last 30 days. You can see they got a couple high strikeout guys in Rhys Hoskins and Blake Perkins, but that's it. Over the last 30 days, only 2. Current season, they're striking out even less. Just really the bottom of the lineup, which is going to help us. Cease is going to see the guys at the bottom of the lineup the least, obviously. The guys at the top of the lineup hit first. So if there's more strikeouts at the top of the lineup, it's going to create more opportunities for strikeouts. If they're at the bottom, he's not going to face them as many times. You get the point. Cease has a 34.2% K rate and a 24.8% K rate versus lefties on the season. But over the last 30 days versus left-handed hitting, it's dipped all the way down to 17.6% clip. He's still striking out righties at a 34.3% clip, but against left-handed bats, the strikeout rate has been dipped way down. So we obviously want a bunch of lefties in this lineup, if at all possible, being that we're targeting the under. Look at the anticipated lineup here tonight for the Milwaukee Brewers. And how many lefties we're going to see. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lefties. Tyler Black and Blake Perkins both expected to be in the lineup, both lefties. They're two guys with the highest strikeout rates, and they're left-handed bats, which Cease's K rate once again has dipped down to only a 17% K rate versus lefties. So the 2 highest strikeout guys are the left-handed hitters, which he's not been striking out as much, which is a big deal. That's all reflected in the market. Okay, I talk about that all the time, but that is all of the reasoning. Similar process to every one of my plays, right? We're coming on the stream, we're breaking it down. We're coming on the video, the stream, whatever. We're breaking it down for free for you guys. And it's an actual play that I actually did play myself. You can see here, I'm never going to promote any plays on the channel that I don't play myself. I come on, I break them down. If the plays get bumped or removed or any of that, I apologize. But I'm only promoting plays I actually play myself. I'm giving you exact reasoning, breaking it down in these videos for free. This is a 1-unit play. So I already sent it into the Discord here. You can see proof, actual play that I'm providing them, actual play that I'm playing myself here. So obviously I want to win money. I want my members to win money. I want you guys to win money. There is no benefits to me not helping anyone. The only thing that happens when I give out bad picks is everyone in the YouTube comments says they hate me, and my members say they hate me, and nothing good comes out of it. So this channel is breaking it down, giving you free picks, explaining exactly what goes into the process. And my goal is to teach you things about Prizepicks and help you win money on Prizepicks. So this is a really good slip. The market data matches up. The underlying metrics match up. Crazy good hitting environment. We have good correlation because Trey Turner and Bryce Harper are on the Philadelphia Phillies. Ketel Marte and Christian Walker are on the Arizona Diamondbacks. If both of these teams put up a lot of runs, they're going to get a lot more opportunities, hits, runs, opportunities to hit with guys on base. This is a fantastic constructed ticket with a lot of upside here for us to get a full 6 out of 6 sweep, which is the goal. We want to get that 6 out of 6 sweep, have some more results like I did the other day with this bad boy, and help everybody sweep on the channel, help my VIP members. If you want to get access to every single one of my tickets as soon as I place them, guys, the Patreon will be where it's at. Once again, this is just one ticket. We're playing for long-term return on investment over there, okay? So we're playing all 5 and 6 pick flexes on Prizepicks, and we're looking to hit our individual picks at a 60% hit rate or higher. All right, so you're going to have a lot that go 4 out of 6, 5 out of 6. It's going to be frustrating, but you just stick with it. The 4 out of 6, you're going to get a little bit of money back. 5 out of 6, you're going to get a little bit of money back. And then when you get to 6 out of 6, you're really going to start to build that bankroll. All right, so if you haven't hopped over there, you should do so as soon as possible if you're enjoying the free content, because that's next level stuff. I already explained how every single one of those props got taken off the board, not only Prizepicks, Underdog Fantasy. We've been on an absolute heater. So you can use the promo code KJKDFest to get a $100 deposit match over here. You can use the promo code KJKDFest to get a $100 deposit match on Prizepicks. And hopefully these picks help you out here on the channel today. Thank you for tuning in, guys. Wishing you all the best of luck on your Prizepicks MLB player props today, tonight, and we will see you in the next one.